helicopters have been deployed to Vaishali Minister quarters for the rescue of the ministers from the mob fury in Nepal. We've been already playing out those visuals for you, where you can see the forces have had to be increased only because of the number of protesters which are swarming in. There's no end to the anger as far as what is being called these Gen Z protesters. 20 of them have lost life. The numbers could very well go up. And amidst this mob fury, what we are being told is that 3 helicopters have been deployed to Vaishali Minister quarters for the rescue of the ministers from the mob in Nepal. Remember, 3 ministers have already resigned in Nepal. This includes the resignation of the Home Minister in Nepal as well. Reports are also indicating that perhaps the resignation of Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli could very well be next. But remember, it will be at 6 p.m. today that the Prime Minister will also be convening an all-party meeting. What emerges out of that meeting is yet to be seen. There's much chaos and confusion in terms of whether or not KP Sharma Oli will be resigning. But as of now, the breaking input that we are bringing to you is that 3 helicopters have been deployed to Vaishali Minister quarters only to rescue the ministers from mob fury in Nepal. In fact, you can see those visuals in the vice presidential residence where the mob in fact actually swarmed in. These are scenes which are reminiscent of what we've already witnessed in Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. And now, in fact, the government also mobilizing the forces, helicopters to airlift these ministers only to save them from the kind of mob fury. 3 choppers have been deployed is what we are being told to Vaishali Minister quarters for the rescue of these ministers. Now, remember, as we are bringing you all those voices from Nepal, what we are also learning is that these protests are only snowballing across the South Asian nation. They are also going up all the way to the Himalayan parts of the country as well. But Kathmandu has been the epicenter. Remember, it was on Friday that the Nepalese capital was gripped by this kind of anger amongst the youth. This after 26 social media platforms were banned. But remember, that's also a trigger to what is a larger problem as far as corruption-ridden government of KP Sharma Oli in Nepal is concerned. What the youth want is greater job opportunities, a better economy, and more opportunities. Let me quickly go across to Akash, who will shed more light on that breaking input that's coming to us. Akash, share with us what is the situation on ground level, and who all can we be expected to now be rescued as far as these ministers are concerned? Are these helicopters deployed to rescue the ones who have resigned?
So this is what the understanding is, because we have been given to understand that these choppers, in fact 3 choppers have been in fact deployed to rescue these ministers. And you see, Akanksha, situation is not in control for sure, because we have seen this intensified turmoil not just at one place but at multiple places. In fact, you are aware of the gunfire that was reported near President's residence, where one person was injured too. But right now, these choppers have been brought in to rescue these ministers, we have been told. And, Prime Minister has already announced that how he is going to, discuss with the relevant parties as to what can be the solution. But right now, we are seeing escalated conditions where this crowd is not in control. And, at multiple places, there are reports that how people have been protesting. And in fact, violent clash has been, in fact, reported from multiple places. These choppers, in fact, have been present to service to evacuate these ministers. And we have been given to understand that Prime Minister has already conveyed that how he is in dialogue with relevant parties to assess the situation and, to find a meaningful conclusion. In fact, we have been told that 6 p.m. is the time when, he has, in fact, conveyed that the parties can come and, in fact, discuss the situation and, it can be further decided as to what can be the next course of action.